Mute my tabs real quick as well. Probably change up that last Steve Austin attire there. He didn't really wear black jeans all that much, and when he did wear them, I'm pretty sure he didn't wear long black jeans. But I've added the Raw intro for late October 9th. Well, mid-October 99, the October 11th 1999 edition of Raw, to be precise, because it's the last Raw intro that features Jeff Jarrett on it, because he literally left like a week later and they cut him from the titles like straight away. So many cables. So many cables. That's right. There it is. video of his chalkboard. Like I say, it's a test, so this is the second one of these tests I've done. I'm not sure whether it's either. I've set to high quality, so I've set to a low size, but it's still obviously going to be a very high file size, no matter, you know, no matter what. So. Yeah, it's gonna need looking at, it really is. So that's the whole purpose of it, the test. So. Powerbomb. 1, 2. Oh, the triple. Okay. To Sarge. Should do it as a nice mission as well for a pin. know if it's. I don't know whether it's the stream or the gift. It's jittery. Then people can have like, they can like have TV shows running in the background on their stream. It's absolutely fine. So I don't know whether it's just this particular instance, the opening of the stream. Rope break. Surely his feet are under those ropes. No. Try without. looks alright there. Both of those people were WWF champions in 1989, along with Triple H, The Rock, Steve Austin I'm pretty sure was too, Undertaker was certainly, Vince McMahon was too. I've actually made some edits to some of the characters on this game as well. Some of the name changes, heights and weights are also changed. So like Boss Man's name was all one name, so it was Big Boss Man, or it should be Big Boss Man. Faarooq's name was spelt wrong; it was missing the second A. I updated the nickname of Jeff Jarrett because it was Double J. By this time, it stopped being Double J, so he's just Jarrett. Then the Hardy Boys, one was called M Hardy, one was called J Hardy, so I just called them both Matt and Jeff, it was easier. Prince Albert's nickname was Prince, so I changed that to Albert because that's how he was later known as anyway. Hardcore Holly's nickname was just Holly, so I changed that to Hardcore because Crash would make his debut a little bit later in the year. He's not in this game, but he is in No Mercy, which is like the sequel to this game. So I updated that. I think that's probably about it as far as the names were concerned. Yeah, and then heights and weights of people. So Tess was like 7 foot and like 287, so I turned him down to 6'6" and 282, which is what he was being billed as. I watched a load of 1999 wrestling just to sort of listen to the commentary. So Billy Gunn's weight's come down by about 2 pounds. Jericho's height's gone up by about an inch, and his weight's gone up by about 8 pounds or whatever. Shamrock's has gone up by about maybe 8 pounds, whatever it is. I'm just trying to have these as accurate as they were around the time of 1999, which is basically when this game is based. drop kick from down. I'm not sure if that would happen in real life, never mind. Yeah, skipping frames. I'm not sure how much it was to do with the animated GIF I put on the side. It was only a test, really. It's quite a large size file. It's like 10,000, kilobytes or whatever that is. It's larger than any other file that I've used to sort of put the rest of this together with. Certainly. Maybe I should look at reducing the quality of the file size, just so I can avoid sort of black. Oh, really? Wow, I'm surprised with that. The rope break against Shamrock with Jericho, that wasn't a rope break, was actually a rope break. That'll do. low quality small files from yeah, that might be it. And then resize it if I have to resize it. It'd be a shame, but if it's necessary, then it's necessary, you know. So the most important thing is not the gifts, not the fancy looking gifts on the side, it's the gameplay. You know, people don't come here to look at my fancy gifts, people come here to look at the gameplay, right? So excuse me. Oh yeah, the quality significantly drops. The quality is significantly drops. Say 1680 something. I don't know what it says. Hi, Cass. Really? Oh, bless your heart. It's been there all this time, on every single way out. It's been there all this time. Is that saying 3? Is that saying 6? I don't know what it's saying. It's gotta be right. Okay. So we're gonna put that one in its place. We're gonna keep this one. We're gonna sadly say goodbye to the older one. Only because I believe it's taking up too much problem is with the very, very high quality animated GIF is that it was taking up too much bandwidth. Wow, yeah, it was 10 times the file size, you know. So I'm hoping that that's fixed it at least. So what am I drinking? I'm drinking a Rubicon Raw Energy Cherry and Pomegranate energy drink. Yep, that's good. Only one small problem. Try that again. There we go. No, I've never heard of that brand. I keep doing this. I've not even had a single match yet with The Rock. I guess I should. Or the Undertaker. Brock versus Undertaker. I actually got inspired to do this layout because of my conversation yesterday with Birdie B when we were streaming Diddy Kong Racing, because she made that glaring typo. Ho for it, so I was like, you know what, and then that led to the just say ho that's on the left hand side there. Ooh, shouldn't be doing that. Yeah, the Undertaker's gimmick around this time was was proper, yeah, really dark. It was the darkest the character had ever gone. Like, cult leader type. Why do you move? What are you moving for? There we go. Let's get an actual wrestling move in. There you go, there's a suplex. Yeah, it's kind of very arcadey, I suppose. Especially with the referee down there, at least. Although I don't have to have him on the screen, I just do. It just adds to the vibe, you know. Go for probably the rock bottom. I suppose it'll be the rock bottom. This There we go. People's elbow time. Really? Oh, wow. It's because of the angle that he's... I guess it's because of the angle that he's facing. That's a shoulder breaker that The Rock used to do back in the day. I've never heard of it. I don't have an active Netflix subscription, but I miss out on all their sort of what's new sort of things. Bottom. If he does it. Nope. Nah, screw it. Just pin him.
Do you smell what The Rock is cooking?
He's had an amazing life. The Young Rock TV show, I think, is fantastic. By the way, it's into like season 3 now, and like season 1 sort of covers like his early life up to college and trying out for a football career in the NFL, and that peters out, and then he gets an opportunity to sort of reevaluate where his career trajectory is going, I guess. So he decides that he's going to try and follow in his dad's footsteps and try and become a professional wrestler. And then he gets signed, and now season 3 is really starting to build up towards it's followed up from the debut, and we're coming up to the time where he stops being called Rocky Maivia. And has become, so that's where I am now, at least with season 3. So he started off as Rocky Maivia. He took his dad's first name and his grandfather's last name and created his own ring name from that. So so Rocky Maivia became The Rock in, gosh, was it 97? 97? 98? It's probably 97. But no, just generally speaking, I just think it's a fantastic show. I'm covering my bases now. Who haven't I sort of played as? Oh, well, I've got to do the Godfather again. I love the Godfather. Godfather versus Gangrel. Why not Gangrel? The World Wrestling Federation's resident pimp versus the World Wrestling Federation's resident vampire. That's what I loved so much about wrestling in the late 90s. Everyone, everyone had a gimmick and they had a character, but they also had purpose as well. It's time, once again, for everybody to come aboard the Who Train! For a bloodbath. I've just realised that I'm not actually in control of any of these characters. How stupid is that? Draw game. I'm not actually in control of any of them. I completely... Oh, wow. Right, let's try that again. Sunday Night Heat. One player versus CPU. Okay, let's try this again. The Godfather, who's the resident pimp, versus Gangrel, the resident vampire. Nothing wrong with those guys. Ooh, yeah, the Macho Man. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Well, Oh, the Godfather was such a great character. And the great thing about it is that it's not actually a gimmick. Because the last I knew, he actually owns a strip club in Las Vegas. And he used to buy off his opponents by offering his hose for the night, so he wouldn't have to wrestle. Such a great and funny character. You couldn't get away with that now in like the 2020s. That's better. It's time, once again, for everybody to come aboard the Woo train. Man, I know I ain't the only one. Are there any pimps up in this house? To all those that know that the Godfather be pimping hoes nationwide, so roll a fatty for this pimp daddy. Light that stinky green up and say, pimpin' ain't easy. He is. He's indeed. He is the wrestler that's in the very, very first Spider-Man movie. Bonesaw McGraw. Bonesaw is ready! Big Show, you're going nowhere. I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime. Go, hip drop, there we go. Man, pimpin' ain't easy. You know, it's only such a really short role as well, but you know, the Macho Man was probably the best guy to have been in that position. He really was. But the list of actually professional wrestlers that you know, that's not a bad list, to be fair. You know, you've got Randy Savage, who's a bona fide Hall of Famer. Stone Cold Steve Austin, who revolutionized the wrestling business in the late 90s. You know, the Undertaker's got longevity. You know, almost everybody knows who the Undertaker is. Even if you never saw professional wrestling, there are just certain guys I think that people should always know whether they watch wrestling or not. Like the Undertaker, Hulk Hogan. Everybody knows who Hulk Hogan is. There's not a single person that doesn't know who Hulk Hogan is. I'm telling you. Whether you watch wrestling or not, everybody knows who Hulk Hogan is. That's fair enough. Back in the day, everybody thought that these were some of the, like the greatest graphics that they'd ever seen. Where's Jarrett going? Ah. About how it just literally interrupts a move and like halfway through it, apparently that takes precedence. There you go. Take a drop kick. And a shoulder bar. And another drop kick. And another drop kick. There you go. We're going on a drop kick frenzy now. Body. Okay. Yeehaw! Double J. Debra Roberts, it's a no DQ match. You're on about ref. Okay. Yeah, I think reducing the size of that gift was really beneficial, actually. Just want to do my strut. Let me do my strut. Oh, it's great. It's great to watch. It's even better in person to watch. There we go. I got the whole Doggo strut going on there. Oh, it's great. No, it's such a great night out. It really is. You'd love it. You'd absolutely love it. I mean, you think you won't get involved in it as well, but you will. And it's like, yeah, it's always, no, honestly, it's such a great time. Like when WWE were over here in 2004, they had the first ever live SmackDown. Well, it was taped, but the first ever. I went to the first ever SmackDown taping that was in the UK in 2004, in October of 2004. I went. It was in Manchester. I went with my mom. I went with my sister. My mum probably had the best night of all three of us. She absolutely loved it. She absolutely loved it. She thought it was, it was one of the greatest things she ever saw. It became the World Wrestling Federation became World Wrestling Entertainment in 2002 because of the lawsuit from the World Wildlife Fund over here. That's basically what did it. Those damn pandas. wasted time. Breaker. Here we go. Here we go. Time for a face duster. Time for another? Yeah, why not? Yeah, it was May the 5th, 2002. To be precise. Yeah, I know. It's amazing just how quickly that's all gone. It did take some people quite a bit of getting used to, because obviously, when you've been used to calling it such a name for so long, on the occasional broadcast, it still managed to trickle out every now and then. Well, I don't know really. It's been WWE now for quite an established time. I preferred it when it was called the WWF, but it is what it is. So. Yeah, but you got a point though, because like some people would probably still refer to, well, it's like if the name change as well hasn't been like too, it's like obviously the Oilers play at Rogers Place now, but it's quite easy to get mixed up and say that when did the Oilers play? We play at Rexall. No, we haven't played at Rexall since like 2016. And even before that, what was it? Skyreach and then Northlands.
just thought just got about 5 minutes on the dot until my last year of my 20s. I was so young when I first met you, and now I'm almost 30. So much has changed, and I like to think I've grown up. Yeah, no, that's very, very true. It is very, very true. So, I mean, when we first met, I think I just not long reached my 30s. So, you know, if we started talking back in 2015, I probably not long just turned 30. I'd have been 30 in the August, so, and now here I am, I'm pushing 38, so, maybe close to a pedigree. Yep. Pedigree. Time for one more. Wait there. What's a solid piece of advice you give me as I near the end of an era? Does 30 feel much different? What do I tell you? What can I tell you? You think you've changed a lot now, but I don't think you've nearly begun to realize just how much changing there still is left to do. That's what I think. I remember turning 20, and I remember turning 30, and just how different my world was between those 2 points. And I think now about when I turned 30 as to how things will be when I turn 40. And I think about all the things that I've been through in just this decade, and I've not even lived 38 or 39 yet. And I know that there's been some serious radical changes, and things go on. So you think you've done some changing between your 20s and your 30s. I don't think that's anything between your 30s and your 40s. I think it's I think that's sort of like the, well, at least from my perspective, it has been so far. This decade has defined a lot more about who I am as a person, as a man, and as a character than my 20s to my 30s I think ever did. I think your 20s and your 30s, I could say, is the decade where you can put your feet under a table and be comfortable. But I'd say between your 30s and your 40s is that you're going to be expected to build a table, to have people sit around your table and have them put their feet under it and be comfortable. I think, if that makes any sense.
You know, I became a dad at 24. I got married at 24. Or was it 23? No, I was 24. And I became a dad at 24. I got married at 24. So, I mean, I'd already done those things in my mid-20s. But, you know, I got divorced in my 30s. I went through a lot of trials and tribulations in my 30s with work issues, health issues. You know, I think you know, ultimately, you know, I had, you know, I ended up sitting on a shelf for the better part of a year with a shoulder here, and it was a really humbling experience. It was a really humbling experience because everything I ever do or did or wanted to do, be a man and, you know, set a good example for my kids to see that, you know, here's somebody that's going out to work to pay basically for you, where I could maybe have sat at home and collected, you know, welfare and everything else back at the time, and I didn't do that. I did it honestly. I did it the right way. I did it the honest way, and I wanted to be somebody that my kids could be proud of. And I worked too hard, and maybe I carried too many people, and my shoulder paid the price for it. And I never ever sacrificed my health for a job ever again. So I learned far more in this 10-year span, and I haven't even had the last 2 years of it yet, than I ever did between my 20s and my 30s. So I'm not sure if that helps answer your question or not. So I don't know. I don't know. I can tell you this though, whether they're proud of me or not, I love them with every single thing that I've got, and I hope that someday they'll, you know, kids are inquisitive creatures, right? You know. And I don't see them nearly as often as I used to. But if I could tell them anything, I'd tell them all that I love them with everything I've got. And that's never going to stop, and that will never ever change. But yeah, they're inquisitive creatures. They know what my name is. They can Google me anytime that they want. And hopefully they'll stumble across a stream like this. They'll maybe watch this just to hear my voice, see my face. And they'll hear me say this: Alexa, I love you. Jasmine, I love you. Crystal, I love you. Taylor, I love you. Zach, I love you. Loki, I love you. So, Dude Love versus, oh gosh. Yeah, let's go a bit crazy. Let's have the blue meanie. Have mercy! Well, I certainly hope so. Silver, even way back in the day in 1999, the Blue Meanie's doing self-promotion with his t-shirt. www.thebluemeanie.com. All those that ever wondered, was the internet around in like the last century? Yeah, it was. You can all thank the Blue Meanie. Oh, have mercy! Oh, it's a dance-off. It's a dance-off. It's a dance-off. Facing the right way, McMahon. Oh, have mercy! Pile driver. Boom. There you go. That's a wrestling move. Double arm DDT. Oh, we're ready for it. Oh, we're ready for a finisher. Get one. I can get one. I can get one. Yep, mandible claw, or when he's do glove, he calls it a love handle. He's done. He's got to be done. Surely he's done. Oh wow, he's not. Tough son of a bitch. Give him that. For a headbutt, and he's like a good foot away from me. Little power driver, boom. Big clothesline, big clothesline. The microphone's probably out of sync, so I'm gonna have to do something about that real quick as well. Do it after I have this particular match. Abdominal stretch. Absolutely not. Oh, what time is that? 3 p.m. I've literally got one of those watches that says, "Look, Mark, no hands." I'll show you in a minute. It's literally no hands, all lights. It's all lights, no hands. So, yeah, you go make that sandwich. I'm gonna make a quick shot to the little boys' room and see if this one wants to go out. What are you doing? Snoozing. She's snoozing. She's quite happy. But yeah, I'll catch you in a few. So are Opal Fruits really Starburst? Yes. Yes. And no, in a way. Yes, they are. But Starburst, the difference between at least Opal Fruits here in the UK and well, Starburst, the UK version, is that somewhere down the line they took the lemon and the lime flavour, they made it into one flavour. And then they added blackcurrant as well. But with Opal Fruits, you get strawberry, orange, lemon and lime. No blackcurrant because that's, it didn't exist back then. No, I don't like them. I don't like them either because of the fact they got blackcurrant in them. So I don't think they've got any place in there. But I don't know. Cactus Jack versus who? Arsenal. If the groceries include alcohol, then absolutely. But I got excited earlier going to get groceries. I don't have any alcohol. I promised. I didn't promise. I set a resolution this year that I'm gonna really try and cut it down. So, but things like this I get excited about.
What does everybody need?
Oh, get some, and then when you do get some, have some for me. please. Thank you. That's a good resolution. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. My resolution, as far as this year goes, is I'm going to try and show a little bit more tolerance to things that I don't particularly like the look or sound of. Not that I think that I've got a massive problem with it per se. It's just sometimes I know that if I want to express my displeasure in something, I have no problem doing that. But what I'm going to try and achieve this year is, if I've got nothing nice to say about a situation, I'm just simply not going to say anything. I don't need people to see the fact that, you know, it's riled me or got me upset. I don't need to. I don't need to. I don't want to. I don't have to. It's just not worth wasting the energy over, you know. So. But no, please, thank you. Have a triple. Have a triple. We do big measures over here. I'm a big boy. You need to have an adequately sized rough measure. So. You know, Al's gone for that head like several times. It's not worked out for him at all on either of those occasions so far. No, absolutely not. No, absolutely not. I had a little bit of a phrase last year where it was, I'll match your respect, but I'll also match your disrespect. And I thought that was a really good phrase to live by. But then I thought about the fact that, you know what, I was raised better than to be disrespectful, you know. So I won't bother matching any disrespect, because quite frankly speaking, it isn't worth my energy. It's just not worth my energy at all, and I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to give them the satisfaction. I'm not going to give people the satisfaction of knowing that they've upset me. So. Oh great, Hardcore Holly's coming. Now a 2-on-1, and there's no disqualification. That's a good idea, Russ. Yeah, 4 minutes of nothing. Okay, that's cool. Just gonna bail, I think. Bail back in the ring. I don't think he's going to come in the ring, so. Oh, he might. Oh, he might. I don't know. Oh, he is. And it's because I turned the interference on. I know what I've done here. I know what I've done here, so. I was actually going to use Hardcore in my next match as well. That's kind of jumped the gun a little bit. He's going now, so. No, don't. That's, you know, if you want some, you know, if I'm here to give some sort of sage advice or whatever it is. My advice would be, don't allow anybody to disrespect you. And make sure that they know that they're not going to get away with it either. If you have to cut people off, then do it. You don't owe them any explanation. You don't owe them anything. Just do it. If you've got to do it, do it.
go to the top rope. A diving elbow drop, I'll take that. Randy Savage style, almost. And what's wrong with your weight? And what's wrong with your appearance? Nothing. Absolutely nothing is wrong with you. But people need to shut up, like, right now. Because I'll get the first fight over there and I'll kick their head in. There's the one DDT. Whee! Yeah, well, that needs to stop. That needs to stop. Be. You know, I've not been the Big Show yet, and I'm gonna beat on somebody that's like really undeserving. Oh, poor Brian Christopher. Poor Brian Christopher. Ring out. It's a big show. Oh no. Oh no. Really? Roll up. Roll up. I've never seen Big Show go.
missed the massive shoulder block. Get out. Well, it's over for Brian Christopher, I can tell you that. Hey, that's your business. I'm not here to judge you. Bagel's a bagel, you know. I hate wasted food, I really do. It's half of the reasons I've got all this excess weight is because I hate waste. Absolutely not. And after all the hype that you gave it as well, you gave me such like massive bagel hype. Massive bagel hype. What does that even mean? Massive bagel hype. Well, it's a big show. Euphemism. It's massive hype for a bagel. That's what it is. It's exactly as it sounds. It's exactly as it sounds. Faarooq Dogg. You know what? I've not had it. You know, I keep doing singles matches, right? I keep doing that. It's like, well, there's more to this game than just that, right? So let's actually do something. I need a tag team. There we go. Can only ever be 10. Five seconds. Always. I don't know how, I don't keep my phone there. I'll tell you why, because my phone is like right here. This is my phone. This right here is my phone. Good afternoon, Ben. How are you, sir?
Oh, you just reminded me though. All this, my phone is not even charging. I usually have it on charge whilst I'm doing this too. Very, very rare shot then of Ministry Acolyte Faarooq without the beard. Good man, good man. Who's over there, Russ? Is today oh, absolutely, yeah. Well, take it from the pair of us. So we both wrestled. Ben and I both wrestled professionally. The pair of us have been wrestling fans, well, from like our earliest years, right then. You could learn some names. I mean, some of these names are still relevant. Most of these people are all Hall of Famers now, so that's one of the great things about this era of wrestling. It was literally such a magical time. Oh, there you go. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Tag, yeah, I knew he was going to tag. That's right. Faarooq can have a snap suplex for his efforts. What? That's that. Never mind. Bradshaw is, well, what's Bradshaw gonna? Ben is, I'm sure he'll permit me to say this anyway, Ben is actually one of life's real true success stories. Once upon a time, Ben did nothing but eat takeout every night of his life, and then one day he said to himself, you know what, I'm not happy with this anymore. And now not only is Ben one of the fittest people I know, he's also a certified personal trainer, and has a, you've got level 2 now in teaching DDP yoga, Ben? Is that right? Level 2? Oh yeah, well that's certainly true. We were... Feeling good, you need to get in the ring, there you go.
No! You have better call somebody!
Yes, the most qualified personal trainer
in the entire county of Northamptonshire, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, you didn't know?
Which is something that obviously you take great pride in. It certainly looks hella good on the CV, I can tell you that. But yeah, just the transformation alone is absolutely remarkable. It really is. You know, when I say that, you know, when I say to you, Cassie, that Ben is one of life's real true success stories, it's you know, it's not even an exaggeration. It's not even an exaggeration. Shawn Michaels versus not a problem. It's going to be what, half past 7 there for you now, right? So it's yeah. Get yourself laid down. Enjoy your grocery shopping later, and yeah, we'll reconvene as we usually tend to do. So have a good rest of your evening, morning, whatever it is, I guess. And we'll talk soon, Cass. Take care of yourself, please. You be good to me, son. Don't even know what that was. Don't even know what was going on there. Really?
go. Here we go. Shane's in trouble. It will be if we can get it. Running out of time. Running out of time. We're gonna run out of time. Oh, just about. Sweet gin music. There we go. That'll do. He's done. He's toast. Who haven't I been yet? Who haven't I been yet? Probably a couple more than I reckon I'm probably done. Let's have a look. Oh, Shawn Stasiak. Man. I don't know. I'm out of ideas. Okay, Billy Gunn versus Faarooq, which is kind of cool actually because I didn't tag Billy Gunn in my tag match earlier, so that works out quite well. Rosie's got hiccups and she's not even eating anything. Trying to watch the network as well, trying to pinpoint exactly when it was Faarooq started growing his beard, because obviously during the whole Nation run he was clean shaven for a long time, and then all of a sudden I just remember him being in the Acolytes and he just had a goatee. I'm not sure exactly when it was he decided to grow that in. I keep looking for that. I think Billy Gunn was one of the best people ever stole
Bradshaw's clothesline from hell as well. He can literally flip himself inside out. I completely forgot that Billy did that. Nice power slam, Billy. Although, I don't, I understand why they, I understand why they censor it as such. But the thing is, he's not actually pulling them down. At least I don't believe so, because obviously when The Rock is doing the people's elbow, the elbow pad on this game doesn't come off. Ooh. Faarooq's not done. Come on then, Ron. Let's go. Jackhammer? Oh no, just down the suplex, okay. Billy Gunn had to make punches as well. I always look the way Billy Gunn used to throw a punch. Ooh, slow drop. Very nice. Here we go, Fairmaster. The rocker dropper, or whatever people want to call it. Pretty slow 2 hours.
always have to sort of refresh my camera after about an hour or so, because I find it goes out of sync. I'm trying to, keep on top of that as best as I can. No, but I like this layout. I like this layout a lot. Things have steadily improved on it because I did originally have a very high quality GIF of the October '99 Raw is War intro on the left hand side, but it was really affecting the gameplay. It was jittering, it was juttering, it was stuttering, it wasn't good basically. So I had to really knock the quality down. So it went from being like a 10,000 kilobyte file to a 1,000 kilobyte file, and you know what? The results are still the same, because you can still make out who everybody is. The quality isn't that terrible. So you can still see Steve Austin, you can still see Chyna, you can still see The Rock, you can still see Ken Shamrock, you can see the Undertaker, you can see Jeff Jarrett, you can see Billy Gunn, you can see Triple H, you can see X-Pac. You can see Gangrel, Mankind, Kane, Edge, Al Snow, and Jeff Hardy, but you can still make everybody out. So it's a shame that it wouldn't really accommodate such a large file size. But people don't come here to look at my fancy gifts. People come here to watch the gameplay, and that's what's really important, right? So the gameplay. So yeah. But as far as everything is concerned, I'm not sure if there's really anything else I can really show anybody. I'm just was just playing this to really as a sort of test my layout. It's the first sort of non-N64 box art layout that I've tried to sort of do. Keep it within the same sort of format, within reason, but sort of mix it up here and there. So I've got a few, because I've got a bunch of WWF designs that I'd traced previously, and I thought, well, I've already almost got most of the elements in place already, so there's no real reason why I couldn't put it on onto a Streamlabs scene display and stream some gameplay of WrestleMania 2000. I'll have to do one for No Mercy pretty soon as well, I expect, so because I've got that too, as I have with WCW versus NWO World Tour and WCW NWO Revenge. My sister's recently joined the Nintendo 64 market, and she's managed to acquire herself a nice little console which came with WCW Mayhem, which is one of the only wrestling games that on the N64 I'm currently missing. I've already sort of commandeered that, if you will. I still need to get a copy of Attitude as well. For some reason that keeps eluding me. WWF Attitude keeps eluding me, so I need to get myself a copy of that. I have Warzone, but I don't have Attitude. Well, at least not for the video game. I've got plenty of Attitude in real life. But yeah, here we are, just 2 hours and 7 minutes in. This was a test, really, just to see how things look. Everything seems to be fine. I decided to change the bottom font for my little scrolling text and have it match the World Wrestling Federation word mark font that was on the back of the t-shirts back in the day. Kept the clock at the same font as I have for the WrestleMania 2000 numerals, at least. And yeah, so I've not really got anything else to sort of show anybody or show you, so I think this one is practically done. So if you have tuned in, if you have been tuning in, thank you very, very much for doing so. If you've stopped by to comment like Cassie did, like Ben has, I want to thank
you both very, very much. I know Cassie's now left us, but if you're still here, Ben, I'd like to say thank you to you also for tuning in and stopping by and checking out what it was I was doing. Hope the layout looks quite nice. I'm not sure if there's anything else I can really sort of add to it. I'm trying to keep it within the theme, but I don't want it to be too fancy. I don't want it to distract away from what it is I'm trying to achieve or trying to accomplish at least. And yeah, so yeah, to everybody that did tune in, thank you very much. For anybody that commented, thank you very much. And I'll wish you all a great day wherever you are in the world, and take care, and to be good to yourselves. And yeah, hope you've had a great start to 2023. I know we're only 2 days in, but start as you mean to go on, and make sure that the over 363.5 days are worth doing. So until then,